Hey, what's going on YouTube? Hyperdark19 here. Just making a video. I really wasn't planning on making this one. Making a video spur of the moment out of anger, really. What am I angry about? Well, I'll explain. It is one little card mentioned in the top, as you see, called Reborn Tengu, that's going to be released in the Extreme Victory set. And my just reaction when I was looking at the Extreme Victory set preview on the card list, and a lot of things made me really happy, like Tech Genius and Mech Lords are coming out. Love those guys. I think they're going to be really cool to play with. And to Frogs get some pretty good new cards. A lot of archetypes actually get some pretty good new cards, new support that they've been lacking. So I was overall very pleased until I saw Reborn Tengu, and I just went nuclear when I saw that card because honestly, it really, really made me angry, and I'm still pretty pissed off about it. Why am I pissed off about it? Well, first of all, let me explain to you if you don't know what Reborn Tengu is. It is a monster. It is Wind attribute, level 4 monster, Beast Warrior type. It has 1700 attack and 600 defense, and its effect is, this is the good part right here, its effect is, when this card is removed from the field, remember, keywords, when this card is removed from the field, you can special summon another Reborn Tengu from your deck. Let me just let that sink in for a minute. Yeah, I know what you're thinking. If you're thinking that's absolutely broken, you're absolutely right. This card is so broken, and not a good broken, to be honest. I mean, not that there is a good broken, but let me just explain. Let me just back up and explain the problems that I have with this card. Okay. For one thing, it's not themed. Usually when a broken card like that is like this is printed, it usually has some kind of theme. Like right off the top of my head, I can name Destiny Hero Disc Commander. Anybody? Very broken card. However, it was for a theme that was under-supported at the time, so I can kind of understand why it was printed. This card, no, there's no theme to it. It's not for any particular deck. It's just for any deck. And this is very bad because now, like, with this card coming out, every single deck, well, almost every single deck is going to try to take advantage of this thing. People are going to be buying it up like crazy, and it's going to be nuts. This card is going to be, the price is going to shoot through the roof. It's just going to be like Pot of Duality. I'm predicting it right now. And yeah, if you don't have enough money to get, you're screwed, basically. This card is exactly what I rail against in my videos all the time, and I think it's terrible for the meta. I think it's terrible for the game, and it's just in poor spirit on Konami's part. I'm very, very upset at Konami for printing something like this. I mean, don't we have enough examples of cards that were totally broken, that totally define the meta, like this thing I think is going to? Like, let me see, Substitute, anybody? Dark Strike Fighter, anybody? Harpy's Feather Duster, remember those cards? Like, all those cards and others that I'm sure I'm not thinking of right now are cards that were totally broken, totally uncalled for, should not have ever seen print, in my opinion. So, yeah, and if they should never have seen print, why make it in the first place? It's just so unnaturally broken. It's bad for the game. Very, very bad for the game. Also, it's only good to run in threes. I mean, think about the effect. If you draw multiple... If this thing was, at 2, you draw both copies of it. There's really no point to having it at all. And one copy would just totally limit its usage. No usage whatsoever out of one copy of this card. But so it's only really good to run in threes, and that means that even if it does end up defining the meta, that Konami is going to be very hesitant about putting any kind of restriction on it. It's like the Pot of Duality thing, where the reason they don't limit it is because if they did, it would go down in price. And yeah, it's a money racket, really. It's a money racket, and that's part of what makes me so upset about this card. It's just a way to get the price up. But yeah, there's also no way, like I said, the wording of the effect is very clever. When this card is removed from the field, that means if it's destroyed by battle or a card effect, synchroed, tributed, bounced, removed from play, you name it. If it goes away from the field, you get another copy of it right out. There is no way of getting around this effect. No way. Even if you mind control it and use it on your own, they still get another copy of it, which is horrible. And Oh, what was I saying? Oh yeah. Yes. There's just no way to get around this effect, and they're just gonna get another copy of it. And I mean, check out the stats. It's 1700 attack for a monster with this kind of effect. That is very very good, and transitively is very very bad for the game because. I mean, 1700 attack is pretty formidable on a 4-star monster these days. And so even if they do manage to, if you're even if your opponent does manage to get rid of one copy of this thing, you're just going to get another one out, and odds are they might not be able to destroy it. So it just it's so broken. I don't know how many times I can state how broken this card is. And also the fact that, yeah, like I said, its power level is just through the roof, and the fact that it's level 4 makes it totally abusable. I mean, level 3 tuner, you've got a Black Rose, plus from this card's effect, if you Black Rose with it, you just get another one right out again. So that's 1700 direct right there. Nothing can stop him except maybe Battle Fader or something. But it's unbelievable to me how the potential of this card, and that's bad. It's very bad. Like I've said, I think this card is horrible for the meta. And just to me, I might note, this card is as a further slap in the face by Konami. This card is a TCG exclusive card, meaning the boys over in Japan don't have this card. They haven't been playing around with it. We don't know how it's going to affect the game, and to me, that's bad news. Printing a TCG exclusive card that's obviously broken like this one is just a bad move by Konami. It's terrible for the game, and to be honest, what the heck were they thinking? Like, come on, guys. These are the people who printed Darkstrike Fighter, who printed Substitute, who printed freaking Harpy's Feather Duster. I mean, come on, guys. What are you thinking? Are there not enough examples to prove that printing broken cards that are easily abusable in any deck is a bad idea? Are there enough examples for you? It's unbelievable to me. It's mind-blowing how short-sighted the people at Konami are for making cards like this. And I'm sorry if the people from Konami out there watch this video, whatever, you know. I want this to be known. I feel like people other than me probably feel this way. So, yeah, just putting it out there. Also, it's just insulting to my, like, a card, giving us a card this stupidly broken is insulting to me as a duelist. It's insulting to my intelligence. It's insulting to all duelists, I think, because cards like this, I mean, the point, for me, at least, the point I try to make with these videos and the point I try to make when I'm dueling is that I do it for fun. Like, I love this game. I love this game. I put my heart and soul into it when I play. And, yeah, it's... For me, part of the enjoyment of it is building decks that are a little unconventional and finding combos and tricks to pull that maybe people haven't seen before, or you just usually don't see. Surprise factor is what it's all about for me. I really enjoy that, and yeah, I think that's what it's appealing to my intelligence to try to figure things like this out. It's like building a deck is like a puzzle. You just have to fit the right pieces together to make it competitive. And cards like this ruin that intellectual aspect of the game, I think, because it's something any person can look at, any scrub duelist can look at and say, oh, well, I should obviously use this card, and everybody's going to use it. And it's bad for the game, in my opinion. It's bad for the current meta. It's bad for the spirit of the game. I don't know. It just, maybe I'm crazy, but for me, cards like this just ruin the fun. I mean, really. It's obviously just a ploy by Konami to make more money off this game, and there's been way too much of that as it is. So, yeah, that's pretty much all I have to say about that. I'm sorry, I just had to put my feelings out there about this thing. And, yeah, I really hope I'm not alone. I don't think I'm alone on this. I mean, come on. If you agree with me or you disagree and you want to share your thoughts or anything, please comment to this. And, yeah. I'm just exasperated right now. And, yeah, I mean, like I said, we're not sure how this will affect the game and if it will be, in fact, as broken as I predicted it is. But, I mean, I've been seeing it all over. People are net decking. Even before it's released, people are starting to net deck this thing like crazy. And, yeah, that's pretty much why I'm so upset about this card. And, yeah, please share your thoughts if you got them. And, good God, what is Konami thinking? That's really the point of this entire video. So, peace out, YouTube.